All right, bear with me for a second, stream. Okay. Now, blue team defending first means they'll ban first. Let's see who they are going to ban. They are going to ban Thatcher. Now, this is Vanquish. Their favorite bans have actually been Hibana so far. That's their top attacking ban. But tonight they're going for the Thatcher, which is no big surprise. Nomad and Hibana have been the favorite bans for 7Lives so far on attack, but they are going to go with Maverick instead. Now, typically, well, Mira has been banned 4 times so far in this league by 7Lives. Tonight's going to be no different. They're going to make it 5. Mira and Melusi are the top 2 defending bans for Vanquish. They don't need to ban Mira now because she is out of the picture. So who will they take out? Will they get rid of Melusi or will they get rid of someone completely different? They're going to get rid of Clash. They don't want any of that shield play in their game here tonight. Okay. Good set of bans. Good set of bans. Makes complete sense. Let me take this opportunity to write them down. Bear with me for one moment, stream. So that was Thatcher and Clash. And we had Maverick and Mira. I had got into the habit of writing them down as they came up, and I did them on the overlay, but tonight I didn't. Laundry and Supply Room is going to be the first site to get played. We are going to have a big load of, I was going to say we were going to have a load of intel denial coming out with the Mute and the Mozzie in play, but no, we are going to see Brisk Zach 6 picking off of Mozzie and going on to Kaid. So downstairs in Laundry, you do need a Kaid. Maybe that was a bait to make the attackers 7Lives think that the site was going to be dorms and kids' dorms. But no, it's going to be downstairs in the basement instead. Now, for those that have forgotten, just to remind you, it's on your screen right now. Okay. Downstairs to Laundry and Supply. Now, there is a nice little trick you can do as Kaid here, where you electroclaw outside the walls. If we look, if you get one right in the center of the screen there, just up underneath that window, that will cover those 2 walls. And if you get one over here, just to the right of that ventilation unit, that's going to cover these 2 walls as well. Now, as Vanquish are up in 2nd place, how do teams enter this?
5 seconds left.
Says Eccles. You join the Challenger League, win Challenger League, and then you get to come into the Pro League. That's how. So if you type !Challenger, you'll get a link to the Challenger League Discord, and you can join that and learn about it and ask questions in there. All right, so as I was going to say, Vanquish don't need a win tonight. A win or a loss, their position isn't going to change. But it is big for 7Lives. So Vanquish aren't going to show strats. They're not going to do anything particularly crazy here tonight. All they need to do is just play the game, unwind a bit, have some fun, and just give 7Lives a good game. Now, it'd be nice to see a good... I think we're going to see a good sporting game tonight because this does really matter to 7Lives. So I think Vanquish will still give them a good game. I don't think they're going to do anything like we saw last week, but we won't talk about it. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter anymore. It's done. We are where we are. As the drone goes down from Vocal, Mute is going to take that out, and Vocal is going to start making his way down as Haters is going to be on the top floor doing the roam clear along with his teammates. We can see one more player up there. And he's going to jump outside and join Curse, it seems, on the back stairs. As Davin Atkins gets into a gunfight with Ying, but he is going to back out after taking a fair bit of damage. He's only got 20 HP left. It's going to open up a little hole to peek through as Pit is going to hold pillars, watching that angle, waiting for players to come down that staircase. But it looks like they have moved position. We are getting more of a Laundry side take here, which is very interesting. We don't often see this in Xbox, and it is nice to see something different. Curse does not have Diffuser. He's going to be opening up this wall here, probably onto Electrical. And that's where most of the focus is going to be for the defenders. However, we do have Wolves and Haters starting to do work here, getting ready to make their way down into Freezer, with Carbons coming to join and Vocal coming downstairs to join Curse and back him up. Now, Carbons makes his way down, but he does walk into that goo mine, which is going to give his position away. Finn watching that drone hole, ready and waiting. He's going to get droned out. They know he's there. He does take down 2 drones, though, as he repositions. And he peeks and sees Yana. Now, they are going to get into a gunfight, but Carbon's going to hold here very carefully, waiting for Finn to show himself. Is Finn going to be patient, or is he going to go for that pick as Haters starts to make his way down Laundry, followed by the Wolves? And this is the play they are going for, as Wolves has Diffuser. Haters is going to get taken down, though, by Briszak with another kill for Pit. But a quick refrag there from Carbons, but it's not enough, as Carbons does get taken down by Finn, leaving Curse and Wolves all on their own, split up, completely separate from each other, with Curse going down at the hands of FinnJL, and Wolves all on his own here in Laundry, waiting for people to show their faces in the last 10 seconds, and he's going to be hoping to get that sniper pick. Free Fire's coming out from Jaeger. He doesn't hit the target the first time, but he does the second time. And there we go. He puts round number 1 on the board for Vanquish. Now, we did see Haters drop out. Bear with me. That is a pause and a rehost. Okay. So, Laundry and Supply Room. That was won by Vanquish. Playing on defense. No big surprise. This is a defender-sided map. So that's the first rehost. Well, I say the first. That's the only rehost available used by 7Lives. Now, I don't know why they've used it, but they have used it. Normally, we'd go for a rehost screen right now, but Haters did leave just before the end of the round, so he might be back any moment. Let's talk through some stats for these teams while we wait patiently. Now, both of these teams have only played Oregon once. One time each is all they have played in this league. Quick question. Lynx Pacey, are you the same person as Pace? That's my question. So, sorry, both of these teams have only played Oregon once, and they both lost it the time they played here. So, there are 0 and 1 on this map. However, we did have a different, slightly different Vanquish. Vanquish were playing against Mystic. It was the new Mystic roster, and we had a different lineup, I believe, for the boys on 7Lives as well. Okay. I couldn't remember what button to press. Here we go. Everyone is back. Let's restart the game. I was looking, thinking, what button's that on my controller? And I just couldn't see it. I know what it is, but I just couldn't see it. Dorms is going to be the next site to get played. Let's talk through some more stats individually. When it comes to KPR, FinnJL is 10th place in the league. He is the top player on Vanquish for KPR. The top player for KPR on 7Lives is Carbons, and he's in 13th place. So just 3 behind Finn. But Vanquish have the higher level KPR player on their team. When it comes to KD in the league, FinnJL is the top of Vanquish. He is in 13th place. Carbons is the top of the KDs for 7Lives. He's in 16th place. When it comes to entry kills, it's not quite the same statistic whatsoever. Davin is 6th place in the league when it comes to entry. And this is only his 3rd game. So that's for 2 games he is the top of entry for his team here in 6th place. And Haters is the top for 7Lives in 15th place in the league. So both of these teams fairly high up there in the league when it comes to these numbers. And when you consider we've got something like 72 players where the stats have been counted, all of them, they're in the top 15. That is good performance for both of these teams, that's for sure. Now, Carbons, it looked there like he was on 0 health, but he isn't. I went to view him in first person and he had health, and I come back and he does have a health bar. It's like watching The Sims when you see the health bars here. Carbon's going to open up that window, but Davin is going to pre-fire through. Oh, that is a huge error in judgment from Carb. Oh, no. The cheeky teabag from Davin Atkins. That was a huge error in judgment from GS Carbons. Ticking the box of opening the window and taking out the signal jammers or bandit batteries, whatever happens to be on this wall at the time, to deny it. He went to make that play, not checking the classroom to make sure it was clear first. And yeah, he just got a shot in his face for the troubles. So most unfortunate there for GS Carbons, but it does mean that he can sit on cams and give his teammates calls. C4 goes out. That's going to do no damage to any players, as Wolves is going to dip from T2, start to make his way over to the attic window to try to get that pinch. No, he's not, actually. He's going to move over to the other side. That's going to be to help his teammates get this wall open. Now, they will need his utility in order to take that signal jammer off of the wall and get that wall open using either Hibana. In fact, it will have to be using Hibana because there is no Ace over here. Ace is all over here on his own as Davin takes down Wolves. This is most unfortunate. That was the denial for this wall, but he has already done his job. And that wall is going to get successfully opened up by Hibana as we are now in a 4 versus 3. We have one player over here in Trophy, one player outside, moving his way back in to come and push down Attic as Vocal is going to back up Haters, it looks like, but he is going to return into Trophy as FinJL takes down Curse. Vocal holding the angle onto the doorway of Attic, waiting for a player to peek out here. In a normal game, this might not happen. Oh no, Devin Atkins with the C4. Vocal is definitely the last player standing. 1 versus 4 now. He is going to back out into bedroom. They know exactly where he is. He's going to manage to take down Davin as Davin slowly peeks his way around. We are going to get FinJL hungry for those kills. But instead, all he's going to find is a death as he comes through that doorway, trying to get the frag, but Vocal is just better. Now, this is where Vanquish need to be careful. Just because you're in a 1 versus 4 doesn't mean you can just run around trying to get those picks. It is still possible to lose the game as Vocal opens fire onto the player behind the shield. Those Candelas going out, but it is V-Pit playing on Warden, and he's got the utility to deny those Candelas. Zach has control of Diffuser. Vocal has no choice but to push in, and Zach is going to get that pick, putting another round on the board for Vanquish. So far, it feels like Vanquish aren't pulling any punches. They're not pulling any punches. It seems like. So interesting to see how this one's going to unfold. Now, we saw there a very standard take. A very standard take for Dorms. But the Carbons getting taken out of play so early, that really did scupper the plans a little bit. They ticked the boxes for after that. But yeah, that was unfortunate for Carbons. I mean, they still managed to get that wall open, thanks to Callie just before she died, but it really did hold things back a bit. And we are getting a full elite squad coming out here. Let's just revel in the glory of the full elite squad on the screen for a moment. All right. But Toby's asking if there's a stream achievement for full elite squad. It's not something I'd ever thought about, but it is a good shout, actually. I should make one. Meeting room and dining is going to be the next site to get played. We do not often see... Sorry, kitchen and meeting. We do not often see kitchen and meeting getting played on Xbox. This is nice to see. Now, you can hold this mostly from upstairs, because all of this... Actually, no, it's not. I'm lying to you. Sorry. Because this hatch is destructible, of course. This floor is destructible. That allows you to look down to the doorway and this wall. This hatch being open allows you to look down onto the doorways in here. And, of course, you can control above the kitchen site completely from up here. So you can have a big upstairs play here on this site to defend it. And we are going to get a bit of an upstairs hole, but not a huge one as the players do back out. Now, Pit goes for that cheeky spawn peek, and Zach is going to follow him away from that window and make their ways back down onto site, as we are going to see Curse and Wolves taking control of T2 with the help of a drone in the hands of Mr. Curse himself. Now, Carbon's playing over here on drones, over here on the balcony. He's checking the top floor. He knows that there should be a presence up here. But there is... Oh, wait a minute. There is a presence. A presence that we did not see, and a presence that Carbons didn't see, I don't think. And that's just Toby playing right here in the corner, sitting on the radio. This is very interesting. Toby is going to check that scanner to see if he can find those heartbeats, as we have 3 players down on site from the defenders. Not sure where that 5th one is. Pit, Zach, Finn, Toby. Where's number 5? He is over here. That is Davin Atkins, playing over in dining, just slightly off site, using those signal jammers to deny the drone game. Now, Wolves is going to open up that hatch through the attic wall as Zach takes down Haters, leaving us in a 5 versus 4. halfway into the round, so it took quite a while there to get that first pick. That's how heavily invested into the roam clear 7Lives are. But it's only just now that Haters is making his way down to a position where he could get picked off by one of the players that's sitting on site. Vocal starting to make his way towards meeting. As a C4 gets ripped, goes out, does no damage as Briskzak claims the second life. Vocal holding on to that Africa position, finding Davin, but Davin has run away. He is going to run back to classroom now as Wolves is making his way from the back. He sees the player there, I think, in meeting, but he is going to go upstairs. But Davin Atkins is playing up there. Oh, he's looking the wrong way, though. That could have been an interesting little pick there, as Davin holding up here is going to find... Oh, no, Fing takes him first. Zach gets the kill onto the Wolves. And that was a pretty easy hold there coming out for Vanquish. Most unfortunate for 7Lives. 7Lives need to step things up a little bit. They need to step things up just a little bit. Okay. So, laundry and supply room has just become unlocked for Vanquish, and they are going to go back there. Let's see what they will do this time, as VPit is going to 6-pick Legion and pick onto someone else. Just Toby is going to play Rook. Now, he knows what that means. I don't know if you guys know what it means. If you watch the stream regularly, you'll know what it means. But with Just Toby playing Rook, he does get the Dress to Kill achievement. That gives him some points on the stream achievement leaderboard, making sure that his teammates are successfully kitted out in the 2XB merch, making sure that his team are Dress to Kill as they run around fragging out, getting those picks. That is going to increase their gunning abilities 10 times. 10 times. Okay. Now we are going to get standard double reinforcement on all of these walls. No rotate here. Sometimes you get smoke with a rotate here and a shield on elbow, but not today. Not today. We are just going to get the 4 reinforcements going up. We have the meeting room hatch reinforced with a Kaid Electro Claw, keeping that nice and safe. We do not have the laundry hatch done, but we do have server hatch done above the freezer. That's also electro-clawed, and that's going to hold 7Lives back a fair bit. Now, Haters somehow has lost a bit of damage from a cheeky spawn peek that was not successful. I'm assuming that was from Davin, who has lost some health as well. C4 gets pulled, chucked up onto T3, but there is no player there. That is Curse, who has dropped down. He is playing as Ace, and he's going to start to drone out to find exactly where Davin is. And Curse is going to watch that staircase, waiting for Davin to push his way up. But Davin isn't going to. He is going to retreat back to site tactically and hold position downstairs along with his team. Now, normally we'd expect a player to be playing here on Pillar. That obviously is Pit. He has made his way back there. There was an ADS there, so that made sense that someone had just abandoned their post momentarily, as the attackers are trying to do work here on this hatch, but with no Thatcher in play, that's not going to be quite so easy. That's where Curse playing on... Is it Curse? No, it's Wolves. It's always Wolves. Playing on Cali. He's going to be responsible for opening up those hatches. And it's very interesting. 7Lives often do this, where they prefer to play Wolves on Cali instead of playing Thatcher in order to take down utility on walls. It's a very interesting choice. I mean, it's viable, obviously. It works. But you're limiting yourself to a sniper, and the question is, can Wolves frag out to that degree? Does he have that ability with a sniper rifle? I'd assume he does. But anyway, Haters is going to walk into the goo mine as he starts to push his way down Freezer. We've got Finjail holding it, and he is going to get that pick, but he is traded out by Carbons, who gets the kill onto Briskzak, leaving us in a 4 versus 4. Now we do have one more player. That is Callie moving her way down here. Finjail holding the angle, just waiting for another kill. And it looks like Callie is going to try and pre-fire it, but she does only have 1 bullet, so she has to do it very, very carefully. She's going to get that SMG out, though. And instead going to wait for Vocal to come down here and tell if there's anyone down there. Vocal is going to Jones. Curse are going to go up to the hatch, but it is still electrified. They're not going to get through there. Wolf's on the hatch making the decision as to when he's going to drop. Okay, so the Wolves does drop down. 4 versus 3, 15 seconds to go. But the flank there from Davin Atkins sees him fall as Vocal gets 2 quick kills. Vocal is the last man standing again. He's going to come upstairs to try to get the frag onto Davin. He's going to pre-fire everything. And he does manage to get 1 pick, but it's not going to be enough. It is just an impactless frag. As Davin falls, another one of his team is there to pick up the kill. And that's another round going to Vanquish. Kids Dorms is going to be the next site to get played. Okie dokie. So we are going to get Pit 6 picking off of Wamai again and going on to Warden. Let's see what we will see come out here from Vanquish in round number 5 as they draw 1 round closer to getting to the end of the first half. Are they going to end it in a 6-0 split? That's the question. Let's take a look at some stats for this map. So, Kids Dorms, 60% attacker favored. This map overall, 50% attacker and 50% defender favored. So very, very well balanced map, but we haven't seen all of the sites get played until tonight, where we just saw Meeting and Dining get pulled out. So we will be able to add some numbers to those stats. Now we will see the same setup coming out from the defenders as they set up their shield here. Same double reinforcement with an Electro Claw to stop anyone from coming in. We are going to get a double reinforcement over here on this wall into Closet, with no doubt a signal jammer being placed down to deny that wall getting opened. But we are going to get an interesting signal jammer placed there. Now, I don't know why you would place that there. Reason being is because the area of effect for a signal jammer historically hasn't gone down below the signal jammer. It arcs at the same height as the signal jammer and above. So I'm not quite sure why you would put the signal jammer there, to be honest. Something worth checking in a custom game for myself, perhaps, to find out why someone would do that. All right, so Haters waiting for the jump out from someone over here. But there is no one there, so that isn't going to come. Haters on the flank watch, but there is no flanking. Oh, no! One does jump out, and that's Brisac taken down by Vocal. Well played to Vocal. We had 2 players watching there. Oh no, but as quickly as he takes a life, he loses his life. And he does go down to Davin Atkins, who's going to aggressively push onto the balcony, but Haters is there waiting, and he gets that pick, making it a 3 versus 4. Wolves playing on drones. And both of these players, Curse and Wolves, starting to make their way across the balcony. No, Wolves is going to back out. Pip just sitting here, holding on sight, watching onto Canadian, otherwise known as the top of White Stairs, with FinJL holding an attic. Now, this is a very common play for FinJL to hold in the attic and try to hold these players back from coming up the main stairs or from pushing through the bedroom. I would, as always, though, like to see that hatch open so that he's got an escape route should he need it. Now, Carbons is in control of Trophy, and we've got Curse watching that position through a hole in the wall onto FinJL in Armory. So if FinJL just shows himself in the wrong way, Curse is just going to pick him off. Or it looked like he could almost see the elbow of Jaeger. He starts to move in. He knows the player's there. He's going to back out. Oh, Curse are going to give up on that spot, and I'll bet in any second now. There you go. FinJL moves. That would have been a pick for Curse, but Siege timing dictates that that's not allowed to happen as FinJL does take down Haters. Could have been denied if Curse hadn't have moved position, as Wolves is going to come back there. Now, all of the focus from 2 of these players here on 7Lives is on FinJL, and he manages to take down both of them. That's the triple kill for Finn, leaving Curse all on his own outside this window. He is going to pick up that frag, though, and end Finn's reign of terror, as we are now in a 1 versus 2. That wall on Attic is going to get opened up. That's going to expose Curse to another angle. and make it much more difficult for him to make a play unless he decides he's going to vault in. It looks like he is. He's going to vault in and try to make a play onto the player in attic. That is VPit playing a Warden. Angle is going to be held and Curse is going to claim that life. He could still win this as Kaid is back here in the site. But Toby is going to rotate around. He's not going to make this easy for Curse. He's not going to make it easy. He's going to peek around and he's going to get that pick through the door. Well played to Toby. Well played. Well, so we find ourselves at a 5-0 situation right now with the last round of the first half to get played. Is it going to be a 6-0 as we go back to meeting and kitchen? So a full 3-site rotation coming out twice here. Okay. Sorry, I was just catching up on something. We are going to see Valkyrie 6 picked for Oryx. That's going to come out from just Toby. You don't often see Toby on Oryx. Now, he is one of the most flexible players in the league, actually, just Toby, having pretty much the highest number of different operators played. So it's good to see him maintaining that by bringing out more different operators. I'm not sure that we've seen him play Oryx before. Sounds like someone's got a suppressor. That's likely to be Brisk-Zach. Yeah, it does look like there's a suppressor on the end of his gun. He does like to do things a little bit differently, does Zach. Pit playing on Doc, which is nothing unusual. He plays a lot of Doc in ranked. Just Toby playing upstairs, putting that interesting choice to reinforce the hatch above meeting. That is a very interesting choice. So it looks like Toby is planning on just holding up here through this hole in the floor until the moment he dies. Now, he has put a proximity sensor up here so that when that wall gets open and someone pushes, it is known that they're there, but yeah, Toby is going to back out. Okay, so he's relying on someone coming in to open up that wall and start to push. He'll know it's happened because this proximity sensor will go off as Haters and Carbons are coming in over from the east side of the map. Carbon's pre-firing onto the alibi. He is going to get pinged as they now know where he is because it was a clone and not an actual operator. We have Pit playing as Doc up in T3 and he's going to be holding Haters here for quite a while as Haters is going to wait to get the kill. But Pit playing very sensibly, not over-peaking it. I bet he does now. There you go. It is such siege timing that you hold an angle for the longest time, nothing happens. So you move away and then something happens. And then as he goes back, Haters comes back, there's no one there. It's just siege timing, just the way it works. All right, an alibi clone has been thrown outside, and this is a great play from Davin. Something I always recommend doing is chucking a Prisma outside because it makes the enemy think or not realize exactly what's going on if you decide to run out. Now, it was placed in a position that was easily taken out of play, but it is still a good play. 4 versus 4 as both players, or both teams rather, pick up a kill each within just a fraction of a second of each other. Brisk-Zach's going to remain on site with an upstairs hold coming out from just Toby still. He is staying here with this hatch open, ready to drop back to site if he needs to support his team. Wolves and Curse are going to be opening up this attic wall. Eventually, I'm sure. There we go. That's the utility taken down. Curse is going to start to do some work on it. Places it a little bit low, though. And that is not the best throw from Curse. That is unfortunate, as FinJL is going to be playing here on the hatch, looking up, waiting for someone to come through that wall, but it isn't going to happen. This wall, though, is the likely players. Wolves is going to start to push his way down. They don't know that FinJL is behind that lectern. He is hearing that door open. He's going to get up there to try to get that pick, but he is going to get droned out, forcing him to retreat as he does get spotted. Davin takes down Vocal. Curse, though, does finish off FinJL. He is not going to be able to get any more picks. Now, Davin playing on Alibi, she is the best defender in the game, so I'd be surprised if he doesn't clutch a win here. And this is the first time a plant is going down here from the attackers. Is it known? Davin Atkins does get picked off, though. as the plant is successful right here in the corner. Now Zach is holding a position onto the doorway, waiting for someone to retreat. He knows where Ace is as that gunfire gives away his position. And he's waiting for Ace to poke his way out. C4 is going to get pulled. It's not going to do any damage. It falls nowhere near anyone as he does push his way in, but gets taken out, leaving Toby all on his own in a 1 versus 3. And it looks like we will get a 5-1 split at the end of the first half. Toby has 3 kills to find, 10 seconds to do it, but he isn't even going to find one. And finally, we see 7Lives put a round on the board. Zek, you are right. 7Lives need to go to overtime in order to push or make sure that Apollo stay in 8th position. Callum says, oh, okay, never mind. This is a controller league, Callum. Why do you ask? Everyone does look very jittery, and I have my reasons for thinking so. I am confident that most of these players, if not all of them, are controller. Some of them I know play very high sensitivity, but I feel like there is something going on this season when it comes to spectator mode, which does make it look like people aren't controller. Oh, you think curse? Right, okay. Oh, we won't. Yeah, okay.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Camera in position.
Now, curse, my understanding is he uses a very high sensitivity. He plays on like 100. But sometimes I do feel like he should lower it. No offense, curse. So that we know what the players are actually playing here, we had Carbons on entry, Vocal was playing entry, Haters was on flex and frag, Curse was on flex support, and the Wolves was on hard support. That was their roles that they were playing on attack. Now we are going to get an interesting... Okay, that's a nice way to counter Cali opening that out, opening up that hatch, or taking down that utility by putting the Electro Claw there. Does it actually work? Curse looks like he might be giving up on it. It does work. He does eventually get it as the Evil Eye goes down as well. Not the Evil Eye, the Black Eye. And we are going to get 4 players pushing here on to blue, which is a take that we did not see coming out from 7Lives. We are going to see a more standard take coming out here from Vanquish, it seems. Vanquish at this point just playing ranked gameplay, which is totally expected right now. All right, so Zach playing Ace with iron sights. Interesting, very interesting. Just Toby takes control of Tall Tower and is going to start to make his way down to join his teammates. We have 3 of them here making their way down the back stairs with 2 pinching in from blue, which is perfectly common. Wolves playing up close here with the shotgun, and that is really going to deny the attackers from pushing in if they don't know that he's there, because that Banshee is going to slow them down. Finn tries to take it out, but he misses it on the first shot. He gets it on the second, and Wolves is going to back out. I expect a gas... No! You've got to send out the gas grenade, Curse. You've got to send out the gas grenade. Sorry, not Curse, Wolves. I said Curse because I'm so used to Curse playing that spot, I think. It's either Curse or Wolves that normally plays it. I'm pretty sure it's Curse that normally plays the smoke there. I'm sure of it. 2 versus 2. Ash is going to run around, but he is going to get taken down by Haters, leaving Zach all on his own in a 1 versus 2. He is going to take down 1 player. That's Haters down, leaving him in a 1 versus 1 against Curse. He knows where he is. He's going to chuck a stun grenade, but it's going to be ineffective. Sorry, a smoke grenade, and he is going to start to plant. Curse. C4 is going to get ripped, and that's going to... Oh, no! Oh! Stream! Stream! I don't even know what the win condition is for that. Don't even know what the win condition is for that. Is it won by kills or objective or time? I'm going to put it down to kills. Right, we are getting a tactical timeout called by Vanquish. So let's head straight into that. We will be back in 1 minute. Okay, we are back. That is the timeout over. While we do the 6 picking, let's watch the replays. I didn't capture a replay on that ending of the round, but I do need to make sure I don't forget that. I do need to go back and capture. I'm sorry, Curse. I have to make sure that that is in a highlight clip. I'm so sorry, but it has to go into highlights somewhere. Yeah, I didn't catch it. I knew I didn't. I was too in awe of what we had seen. All right, so that puts Vanquish onto match point now. Davin has wall hack, says Den. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Nah, I'm joking. All right, so. I don't like talking about mouse and keyboard. If you have an issue with it, then take a clip, upload it to the league. But I have challenged on Curse before. I've been casting him for a year now. And yeah. Oh, Davin Atkins with the early pick onto Haters. Davin just running into sight. Davin's already in. I should have been watching. He is here holding, waiting, watching position as Finn is going to make his way down the back stairs with Monty being followed by Pit. Davin sitting here waiting for a kill as Wolves knows that someone's there and he is going to hold that angle as Curse finally hits his target with the C4 and does take down the enemy player rather than himself. 4 versus 4 as we are possibly in the last round here. Utility going out from Blue. That's from Zofia being played by Brisszak. Looks like he did more damage to himself than the enemy. Gas Grenade's going to go out to deny a push. Curse playing down here on pillars. Pre-firing down to that doorway. Isn't going to do any damage to any players. As Wolves playing on smoke. Pushes out onto elbow, but Davin claims another life. That's 2 kills for him so far in this round. Just staying here, uncontested in supply closet. Oh, but Carbons gets the kill onto Davin with the C4 as Davin does down Wolves. Sophia comes round, Carbons is going to take him out. Carbons has had enough. And he is just going for these plays, but just Toby is going to get that last kill. Carbons goes down. And that is a 7-1 to Vanquish. Not the way 7Lives wanted to end, I'm sure. But it is what it is. GG to both teams. Unfortunate for 7Lives. That puts them down into 8th position and auto relegation into Challenger for next season. Sad times. It's sad that we come to this. I don't like to see. I don't want to see it happen to any team. This is the first time I've